Why don't you argue anymore?
Arguments are for people afraid of losing.
You think this is a game? I'm trying to talk about us and you're being dismissive.
Confidence only threatens those hiding guilt.
She messaged him, "Will you be home late again tonight?" He replied calmly, his words appearing on her screen. "I'll be home when my work is done." She typed back, feeling a familiar pang of longing. "I miss how you used to check in more often." His response was quick and sharp, a digital scalpel. People only notice absence after they've already created distance. That reply unsettled her. The air in the room felt colder. She asked, "Is something wrong?" He said, "Nothing is wrong anymore." She tried to lighten the mood, to pull him back from this strange, new edge. "You sound so mysterious lately," she joked, adding a playful emoji that now seemed hollow. He replied, "Mystery often follows awareness." The typing bubble on his end lingered longer than usual, a tiny, pulsing ellipsis that held her captive. Finally, she broke the silence. "Do you trust me?" she asked. "Trust isn't a question," he wrote. "It's a result." She stared at the screen, avoiding a direct response for several minutes. When she finally typed again, she changed the subject, steering the conversation toward safer, shallower waters. He let her. He allowed the redirection without a fight. Over the next few days, this new dynamic solidified. His tone remained steady, controlled, almost unnervingly placid. The emotional reactions she had come to expect and perhaps even provoke were gone. He was a stone wall where a stormy sea used to be. In response, she began sending longer, more elaborate messages, filling the void he had created. He replied with fewer and fewer words. The imbalance of effort slowly, meticulously, reversed the power between them. One night, her frustration boiled over. "Why don't you argue with me anymore?" she demanded. His answer was chilling in its simplicity. "Arguments are for people who are afraid of losing something." She felt a surge of anger. "You're acting so superior, like you're above it all." Her response came instantly, defensive and sharp, a cornered animal lashing out. He waited, letting her words hang in the digital space between them. He let the defensiveness expose itself. Then he replied, "I know about the other man." Her denial arrived immediately, a flurry of capital letters and exclamation points. It was predictable, automatic. He responded with details. Names, dates, locations. Specifics that erased her excuses one by one. The frantic denial collapsed into a deafening silence. The typing bubble appeared, then vanished, appeared again, and vanished. Finally, she admitted it. "It's been going on for a few months." She tried to minimize it, to shrink the betrayal into something manageable. "It didn't mean anything serious," she wrote. He replied, his words precise and unyielding. "Secrecy always means something serious," she started begging. "Please, can we just talk in person?" "I can explain." He refused to be swayed by the performance of tears he knew was coming. "Written words reveal the truth far better than spoken lies," he said. She tried a new tactic, victimhood. She blamed loneliness, feeling unseen, feeling neglected. The inevitable question finally came, typed out with trembling fingers. "Are you going to leave me?" "I already left you, emotionally, the moment you chose deception." That message broke something in her. The carefully constructed facade of her life shattered. He didn't need to hear the desperation he could already read. Instead, he continued his routine, completely unaffected. He went to the gym. He met with friends. He focused on his work. She noticed his strength, his unnerving calm, and it sent her into a panic. "How are you so strong through all of this?" she asked. He replied, "Clarity removes fear." She accused him of enjoying her pain. "You're just punishing me." She typed, her words a mix of anger and despair. He corrected her. "These aren't punishments. They are consequences." In a moment of pure desperation, she asked, "Did you ever even love me?" He said, "Love without respect becomes a form of self-betrayal." She cried through text, sending message after message filled with apologies and promises. He acknowledged her apology without softening his stance. "Rebuilding requires accountability," he told her, "not desperation." She agreed to anything, promised everything. Desperation makes for poor promises. Days passed with only minimal contact. The silence was his domain now. She felt herself losing control, spinning out, while he felt himself regaining it, piece by piece. She asked what he wanted now. His reply was 3 words: honesty, distance, dignity. She asked if there was any hope for them. He put the responsibility back on her. She tried to guilt him, bringing up old memories, shared jokes, happy times. He didn't respond. Silence became his most powerful leverage. She began to realize just how dependent she had become on his reactions, his anger, his validation. Her friends saw her growing anxiety. His friends saw his new, quiet confidence. Eventually, she asked the question that had been hanging over them for weeks. "Are we done?" He replied, "Endings happen quietly when the lessons have been learned." Her last-ditch effort was a question born from a broken fantasy. "Will you ever come back?" He replied with the unshakable truth of his new identity. Alpha men don't return to broken agreements. She sent one final, simple apology, stripped of all excuses and blame. He accepted it without reopening the door. He archived the chat. And for the first time in months, he slept without tension in his shoulders. She sat alone, surrounded by the consequences she could no longer undo or outrun. He moved forward not with bitterness or a need for revenge. Not because he had won some kind of game, but because he had refused finally to lose himself ever again. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe for more content on building strength and self-respect.